Every video production company hits this point where you're maxed out. Too many shoots, not enough crew, or not enough time. You want to take on more projects, but the idea of hiring more full-time staff is a total nightmare. The smartest companies I know aren't hiring more people, they're systemizing. And they're using AI to handle all of the repetitive stuff. Proposals, call sheets, even post workflows, so that their team can actually focus on being creative. If you're trying to scale shoots without scaling staff, this is exactly how you do it. I'm speaking from experience here. Through coaching hundreds of video businesses, I've watched the same pattern play out again and again. A video business owner hits capacity, gets busy, and then immediately thinks they need to hire more people. But here's what's interesting. The most profitable video businesses aren't necessarily the ones with the biggest teams. They're the ones who figured out how to eliminate bottlenecks without adding headcount. Today, we're breaking down the exact AI workflows that are helping video business owners handle 20 to 30 shoots per month with lean teams. We'll cover exactly how to speed up proposals, automate administrative tasks, and free up your creative capacity. And I'll share real examples from video business owners that are doing this right now. Let's talk about what happens when you scale in a traditional way. One of our VBA elite clients was doing everything right, building a great brand, had consistent client relationships, and was booking solid work. But then they hit this wall. They were managing 20 to 30 shoots per month, sometimes hitting peak periods with even more demand. Sounds great, right? That's what we all want. Except here's what was actually happening. The owner was getting dragged into hours a day just managing communication, emails, briefs, producer coordination, quality assurance checks, all the extra admin work that comes with scaling. And you know what suffered? Proposals. The very thing that brings in new revenue was getting pushed to the bottom of the priority list because everything else felt more urgent. And that's the trap, right? You get busy, so you hire more shooters and editors and producers, but that creates more coordination work, more questions, more emails, more briefings, more quality control. So then you think, well, I probably need to hire more staff, but staff need managing too. And suddenly you've got this bloated operation with tight margins. The real question isn't how do I hire more people? It's how do I eliminate the work that's eating up my time in the first place? Here's what's changed in the last 12 months. AI tools have evolved from interesting experiments to legitimate business infrastructure. And I'm not talking about using AI to write generic social media slop. I'm talking about building custom AI agents that understand your specific business, your clients, your processes, and can execute tasks that used to take hours in your voice. Let me give you a concrete example. My own team was spending 3 to 4 hours every week downloading coaching calls, uploading them, creating transcripts, and then posting them back to the group with descriptions. Boring, repetitive work that had to get done. We implemented a simple AI workflow. Now the system automatically takes the recorded call, generates the transcript, and posts it to an agentic workflow that creates multiple assets, all in my voice, all with minimal human intervention. 3 hours saved every single week. That's 150 hours per year. And my team member who used to do that work, she's now building service pages for clients and creating marketing assets that actually grow the business. Now, it's not entirely automated. We still edit and make sure it's not slop. But that's the shift. You're not replacing people, you're replacing boring, repetitive tasks. And the tasks you're replacing are the ones that drain energy without creating value. Let me break down 3 specific AI implementations that are working right now for video business owners. The first is proposal generation. Getting proposals out quickly is oxygen for your business. It creates sales opportunities. But most video business owners are sitting on 2, 3, sometimes 4 proposal requests because they're drowning in production work. One approach that's working extremely well is for you to feed all your past proposals, your pricing structure, and your service descriptions into a custom AI project in ChatGPT. Train it on your voice, your positioning, your typical project scopes. Now when a lead comes in, You can have a conversation with the AI about the project, and it generates a solid first draft in minutes instead of hours. You're still customizing it, you're still adding the personal touch, but you've compressed a 3-hour task into 30 minutes. And critically, you're not letting opportunities go cold while you're on set. We've actually built a unique AI system called Lennox that does this for our VBA clients. It's been trained on all of my processes, principles, and thousands of hours of my coaching recordings, books, YouTube videos. So it's all my IP, but it's delivered in seconds and tailored to the individual client in my elite program. If you're keen to learn more about it, head over to denlennie.com and check out the information on the site there. Second, time audits and workflow analysis. Here's something powerful that one of our clients discovered. They did a simple 14-day time audit, tracking every hour, every task, every context switch, every 60 minutes or so. It included sleep, emails, project planning, shoots, client calls, everything. When we fed that data into Lennox, our AI analysis tool, it identified patterns they couldn't see themselves. Turns out they were spending enormous amounts of time on emails and project coordination work that wasn't actually moving the business forward. Lennox suggested specific automation points and delegation opportunities that they hadn't considered. The insight wasn't just work harder, it was these 5 repetitive tasks are consuming 15 hours a week and can be systemized. Third, production management automation. This is where it gets really interesting. Think about all the communication that happens around a shoot. Client briefs, location details, crew coordination, call sheets, shot lists. Most production managers are rebuilding these from scratch every single time. They might have a template, but they're essentially building them every time. Smart business owners are building templated systems where the AI helps populate call sheets, generate shot lists based on the brief, and even drafts client communication. One video business owner mentioned they were exploring AI workflows that can track project stages and automatically prompt the next steps. The production manager role isn't eliminated, they're elevated. Instead of being buried in spreadsheets with IP in their heads, they're focusing on creative problem solving and client relationships, the things that actually move the needle. Let's now talk about the advantage you get with doing it in this way. Here's where it gets really strategically interesting. When you're able to handle more volume without proportionally increasing costs, you can start offering retainer packages that would have been impossible before. One VBA client mentioned they were stuck in this pattern where every single shoot required a new purchase order from their corporate client. The admin overhead was a headache, and both sides hated it. It was insane. So they shifted to a retainer model. Instead of billing per shoot, they packaged 10 shoots for one flat fee with one PO. The client loved it because it reduced their administrative burden. The video business owner loved it because instead of a $2,000 invoice, they had a $20,000 commitment. But here's the key. This only works if you can actually deliver on that volume efficiently. And that's where AI workflow automation becomes essential. You need systems that can handle the increased coordination without drowning your team. The video business owners winning right now are combining AI efficiency with retainer style pricing. They're able to offer a premium service at scale because they've eliminated all of the bottlenecks. Let's dig into something that might seem small, but has massive impact: email management. Most video business owners are constantly reacting to their inbox. Emails come in, they respond immediately. Feels productive, but actually it's fragmenting your focus and destroying deep work time. One incredibly effective system is to use an inbox management tool that literally hides your emails until you're ready to process them. Set specific times, say 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. to actually look at your inbox. And here's the thing, when you do open it, you're not responding to everything immediately. You're triaging. This goes into respond later, this goes into review, this can be deleted, this needs to be delegated. You process the inbox in batches and then hide it again. The psychological shift is huge. You're no longer a slave to the notification. You're making intentional decisions about where your attention goes. And here's where AI helps. You can use AI to draft responses to common inquiries, summarize long email threads, and even prioritize which emails actually need your personal attention. So here's the implementation reality check. Look, I'm not going to make this sound like it's a magic pill. Implementing AI workflows isn't plug and play. It requires some upfront investment of time and thought. You need to document your process. You need to identify what's repetitive versus what requires human judgment. You need to experiment with different tools and approaches. It can feel messy. But here's the thing, the video business owners that are doing this now are building a massive competitive advantage. While their competitors are stuck in the hire more people trap, they're scaling efficiently. One of my VBA clients put it perfectly. They're not trying to replace their team with AI. They're trying to eliminate the boring, soul-crushing tasks so their team can do more interesting, valuable work. The editor who used to spend hours on file management, now she's doing creative work that actually requires her skills. And that's the goal, right? Is to use AI to remove drudgery, preserve human energy for creativity, strategy, and relationship building. So here's your action plan. First, do a time audit. Track what you're actually doing for 2 whole weeks. Where is your time going? What's repetitive? What could be systemized? Second, pick one workflow to automate. Don't try and overhaul everything at once. Start with proposals or email management or call sheet generation. Pick the thing that's causing you the most pain right now. And thirdly, document the process before you automate it. Write down exactly how you do the task currently. That documentation becomes your training data for the AI. The video businesses that will dominate in the next 5 years aren't the ones with the biggest teams. They're the ones who's figured out how to scale shoots without scaling staff. This isn't just about working less, it's about working on the right things. It's about protecting your creative energy. It's about building a business that doesn't require you to be buried in administrative work. Now I want to hear from you. What's the biggest bottleneck in your production workflow right now? Is it proposals? Is it production coordination? Is it post-production handoffs and feedback? Drop a comment wherever you're watching or listening to this, or DM me on socials and let's discuss. And if you've already implemented AI workflows in your business, share what's working. Scale shoots, not staff. That's the game now.